Xavier Worthy. I mean, dude, it is crazy how much that threat of speed and vertical ability to push the ball down the field affects the entire offense. Yeah. The one guy that we got to talk about is Patty Mahomes. No question about it. A lot has been made about not taking as many shots down the field, yada, yada. The big playability's gone. Is Pat Mahomes as good as he was? I love hearing the stuff that starts to go after like 4 or 5 games. Like, I don't know. If you look at a couple years now, he hasn't been the same. Like, I cannot wait. Worthy's back. I know you guys are getting Rasheed back in a couple games. This offense, I really feel like it's about to take off. Like, it's exciting to watch. And I can't wait to see Mahomes be like back to what everybody should be rightfully clarifying him as. So Mahomes became both the youngest at 30 years, 11 days old, and the fastest at 116 regular season games to pass for 250 touchdowns in a career. The other thing that was fun, Worthy was a big part of it, but Pat still found a way to spread it around. Let's dig into some Chiefs-Ravens. Chiefs 37, Ravens 20. Trav, I guess, go ahead, brother. Talk your shit. Talk your shit, pimp. The Chiefs are back.
We just defended Arrowhead, baby. Arrowhead was fucking rocking on a nice 3 p.m. afternoon on Sunday. Felt good, man. It felt good. Sure the energy on the sideline was fucking electric.
Yes, it was.
It just felt like everybody was into the game, watching every single play. When you got guys on special teams flying around, cracking heads, and you got guys on the sideline getting excited for those guys, and anybody making just a first down, it's just all of that shit is so infectious, man. And it's a big win for us. Obviously, Ravens banged up, man. They've had a few tough games here. Within the first 4 weeks, and then on top of that, having to travel to KC on a short week. Not an easy task, man. Not an easy task on the short weeks, knowing that we got one coming up here. But hats off to, the Ravens. I respect so many guys over there and have so much love for the coaching staff and how they do things over there, man. But Coach Reed got us rolling this week, man. And that offensive line, we got the run game going with Isaiah. We got our young guy, Rashard Smith, obviously Kareem Hunt. He's getting every first down possible on third downs and making hay when he can in the pass game. And when Patty Mahomes is rolling like that, man, god damn, that shit's fun, man.
It's going to be difficult. The Chiefs offense was ridiculous. Shout out to Andy Reid and Matt Nagy for getting this thing right. Shout out to Xavier Worthy. It was a big day for the Chiefs, and it was a big day to have Taylor's second favorite player back, Xavier Worthy. I mean, dude, it is crazy how much that threat of speed and vertical ability to push the ball down the field affects the entire offense.
Yeah.
And I know it's more complicated than that, but I've played with quarterbacks or when you kind of lack that ability, it shrinks everything and what you're able to do. It really is an important part of the game. And it was evident right from the get-go of the game. The end around designed to him, the reverse assigned to Worthy was fantastic as well. But those catches down the field opened up so much. And the run game was going, like you said. You guys it was just such a more explosive, but also a well-functioning offense right from the get-go. So against one of the best teams in the NFL over the last, 7, 8 years, 10 years? I mean, actually, really since the Baltimore Ravens have been in Baltimore, like these guys have been one of the better teams in the NFL.
That organization ran right.
The organization is incredible. They're well coached, and they have great players. And I know they're banged up, but to have the game you guys did against the Baltimore Ravens, I thought was very impressive. I know they're coming off of a very tough game, very physical game against the Lions.
Yeah, past 2 weeks. Buffalo before that, yeah.
Yeah, outstanding offensive performance. The defense is the defense. They've been killing it. But the offensive performance really took it to another level. Worthy went for 5 receptions. Taylor's got good taste in football players. 5 receptions, 83 yards, 2 carries for 38 yards. It was just so apparent how much more electric the offense was having him back. And other players have stepped up too. I think Xavier deserves so much credit. Tyquan Thornton is like a legitimate player for you guys. Like that guy has really come on. We've mentioned Juju didn't have like the biggest impact in this last one, but he's been impactful all through the start of the season.
A lot of big time first down catches. Listen, Juju's in there. Yeah. We got Hollywood Brown making plays.
Brown, another touchdown.
Got him in the end zone again. It's just when everybody's getting a piece of the pie like this, man, it's so much fucking fun, man. It's so much fun, man. And you're talking about Xavier and his speed down the field, but I don't think enough is said about what he does with just the ball in his hands. Like you said, the end around, we can throw a little bubble screen out to him, just throw a hitch to him or get him on like a play action pass in the flat. Whatever the play design is, if we get the ball in his hands, it's even harder for the defense to tackle the guy, you know.
But it's a good point because I think a lot of the times speed guys are linear players.
Yeah.
And all they offer is that straight line type stuff or like a post. Xavier is actually more, at least appearing more and more similar to what you guys lost when you lost Tyreek Hill. And we can talk about that injury in a second, but that dynamic ability to do all those things underneath and the gadget plays, it keeps a defense so honest and they have to respect, and the box widens and the safeties have to be ready to react to all that stuff. It is a dynamic part of an offense that really
a lot of attention needs to be put on that guy, man, and that just makes it easier on everybody. The 1-5 included, the offensive line included, and the big guys got us rolling in the run game, which really got everything started off the right way there in that first half.
Yeah. Also, we talked about a second, Chiefs defense. I mean, listen, they played unbelievable against the Eagles. They played great last week against the Giants, and they went up against probably one of the most, like, first of all, run efficient teams in the last 7-8 years since Lamar's been there, and especially since Derrick Henry's been there, even though Henry's kind of having a slow start to this season, and one of the most high-powered scoring offenses. And they went out and had themselves a day again.
A few turnovers, man.
Turnovers make a big deal. You're right. But, yeah, I just think it's, again, Spags and the Chiefs defense has really come on. They're playing potentially better than they've ever played over these last couple of weeks. It's really been impressive. Chris Jones riding Arrowhead a half hour before kickoff in a more somber note, but shout out for him to being able to come and play football, man. It cannot have been easy for him. You saw him after the game address it, tearing up. For those of you that don't know, a half hour before the game, Chris Jones had to come because he was attending a funeral back in Mississippi where I believe his aunt passed away.
One of our absolute brothers and one of our favorite people, a friend of the show. But most of all, I've known Chris for, like, golly, I got to say close to 10 years now. I think he's in his 10th year or so. And I just love the dude, who he is, what he stands for, what he's meant to this community, what he's meant to this team, the leadership. I mean, can't say enough about him and what he's done with his career and how he still is hungry to go get after it even more. And for him to have that funeral that day, we would have found a way to hold it down without him, and would have played for him if he wasn't there. But it just shows, what this game is, and he said it best. It's an escape, man. It's an escape from reality, and those Sundays, man. Sometimes it's just it's something that you need to get your mind off of the reality of things, man. We love Chris, and our hearts are with his family and everybody back in Mississippi, man. But superstar player, superstar human.
Yeah, man. And, yeah, everybody handles grief differently. But, I think this is what you just said rings true with a lot of football players. Like, obviously, Chris played this week. There's the iconic moment where Brett Favre plays after his father passes.
Yeah.
Football ends up being a sanctuary for a lot of guys, and it's your family. It really is like a family outside of your actual family, and it's a place where you get to go and you just get to do something you've loved your whole life and forget about some of the stuff that is really weighing on you hard, or you get to play and you feel like you honor that person in some way. So, shout out to Chris. I know it couldn't have been easy, but
still probably not easy for him. But we love him for making the effort, man, and going out and fucking balling. Knowing
it blew up Derrick Henry hard on this third and short. Let's check out that freak.
He just tossed. I think he tossed to the right guard.
Well, he probably got a little bit of foot traffic for Lele, but still, you know how big Falele is?
Oh, this is what I'm saying, man.
He is fucking enormous. Like one of the biggest human beings I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he's got to be close to 400 pounds.
Dude, it's always funny. Me and Chris have some of the same, like at least workout schedules. Like whenever I'm lifting weights, he's in there too. And I'm just like, man, I can't feel good about myself one fucking time in that goddamn weight room, man.
Chris?
Dude, no, yeah, Chris is in there, and I see what he's lifting versus what I'm lifting, and like what he's doing versus what I'm just sitting there like, man, I'm just trying to fucking feel good about the fucking weight that I'm putting up and fucking getting after it, and it's like when he's lifting twice as much, and
Chris is getting after it like that in the weight room.
Dude, what?
What's he lifting?
Look at you, you're all fired up, man.
I want to know. I want to get in there with Chris, dude. I tried to squat 500 pounds the other day. I went out and ran because I wanted to see if I could still run fast. And then I went in and made the mistake of trying to squat a bunch of weight after I did that. Try to put 500 pounds on the bar like I used to be able to.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
I got folded like a fucking bitch. I was so upset. I was just like,
did you? You said you were getting back in it.
Oh, I'm gonna go prove to myself I can do it this week because I can't live with myself not thinking I can do that anymore. Leo Chanel, first interception of the season was sick. Yes, it was. I don't know how the fuck he made this play.
Dude, this dude Leo is a baller, man.
John Cena.
Dude.
Are his hands soft like that? I mean, to be able to reach back and one-hand this thing.
He's just an all-around athlete, man. The guy's just powerful, can run. Just a ball player, man.
And you can't even like fault Lamar. I mean, I guess Lamar could have put it a little bit further out in front, but like, dude, there is no way I'm throwing the ball to Mark Andrews and thinking Leo Chanel is going to come away with a one-handed interception like this. Like, I would never expect this to happen. And Leo, baller. Look at that play, dog.
It's one of those, when you're on the bench and you see it happen, you just jump off the bench and fucking get so hyped, man. That stadium was rocking.
Did he used to play DB? Like when
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say he at some point he might have played every position in football. I don't know. He's got that savviness to where you could probably put him anywhere you need, but
I don't think people realize how hard it is to guard somebody in man-to-man coverage, be locked onto him, turn around and catch have the ball skills to make that play. Like that was absurd. Hell of a play.
Crazy fucking play, especially early on. I think we had just kicked a field goal. They were up 7-3. So like we're looking for a defensive stop to get us back out there. And sure enough, Leo comes up with a huge fucking play. Only got 3 out of it, but nonetheless, put up some points and got a nice highlight out of it.
No doubt. Yeah. For those of you wondering, it might be Fa'alele, or it's just Falele. 6'8", 370 pounds.
God damn.
He's a monster. I've stood next to the guy. It's eye-catchingly big. Big man. I bet the 370 is wrong, too. That's like a roster rate when you get so heavy that they start like going down. I'm serious. That dude is 400 pounds. You're not convincing me otherwise. That dude is he's a couple cheeseburgers away in the morning after he puts his in some bottles of water, and then all of a sudden he's 400. There ain't no way. And then the one guy that we got to talk about is Patty Mahomes. No question about it. A lot has been made about not taking as many shots down the field, yada, yada. The big playability's gone. Is Pat Mahomes as good as he was? I love hearing the stuff that starts to go after like 4 or 5 games. Like, I don't know. If you look at a couple years now, he hasn't been the same. Like, I cannot wait. Worthy's back. I know you guys are getting Rasheed back in a couple games. This offense, I really feel like it's about to take off. Like, it's exciting to watch. And I can't wait to see Mahomes be like back to what everybody should be rightfully clarifying him as. So Mahomes became both the youngest at 30 years, 11 days old, and the fastest at 116 regular season games to pass for 250 touchdowns in a career. The other thing that was fun, Worthy was a big part of it, but Pat still found a way to spread it around. Like there were so many guys that were touching that ball and making plays, and it's we already talked about it. Yeah, Juju.
We got a lot. It's some of those RPOs, man. I know a lot of people are like, I'm out on the RPOs here and there. But Pat, I think, had like 40, 50 yards at least alone on RPOs, and that's him being that Texas gunslinger out there, baby. Just out there throwing it from the hip, throwing it sidearm over the top of guys, around guys, and really forcing the defense to have to make the decision. Are we going to fucking defend the pass, or are we going to have to get in here inside the box and really get after the run? And that puts a strain on the defense. And that's why they work so well. Obviously our under center runs, we love those too, because we love to play action off of those, or at least I do. But at the same time, it's like, man, what Pat Mahomes does best is he sees the field and he finds ways to get the ball to guys in those RPOs, man. And,
here's what happened. I hate when people make blanket statements like, "Oh, RPOs aren't as good anymore." It's like, it all fucking works. You just got to protect it. Like, if you come out and every time you're in a fucking 2x2 set on first and second down, and the back is to the receivers right there, and you run an RPO, no shit, it's not going to work because the defense knows what you're about to do, right? But if you go and do these things out of unique formations, or you do other things like sluggos off of them and things that exploit players cheating RPOs, like, you're still going to be just fine. All right. There's no question they have a place in it. So does play action under center. Don't get me started. I'm fucked.
Dude, I love a good balance attack on it all, man.
Here's what it all comes down to. It's all like was it Sun Tzu's Art of War? Like, dude, know your enemy and make sure your enemy doesn't know you. That's pretty much it. And know the terrain. That's to be successful in battle.
Know the terrain. You got to know
the terrain. What kind of cleats you're going to wear? What's the weather that's going to happen? Where are we at? Right? Yep. Know your enemy. Right? Yep. Know what they do well, what they do out of their formations. How do we stop them? And what do we want to exploit on their defense? And then don't be predictable. Anyways, I don't even know what the fuck started that rant. Travis, is the version of the Chiefs what you expected for them coming into the season? We've already kind of answered that.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's even more. I think you could assume that Tyquan Thornton was going to have the year he's having, and you can assume that
Well, I didn't assume that. I know you did. I could. Based off of just what we've shown in practice and everything like that. But I think even Xavier's taken his game up to another level. I think he's taken his game to with the ball in his hands. He seems more comfortable. He sees the field better. So I think it's exceeding expectations in my mind, and we just got to keep that thing rolling.
The Kansas City Chiefs dominated Sunday with a thrilling showdown against the Baltimore Ravens, showcasing a stunning 1-2 team battle that had fans on edge. The Chiefs stormed to a 37-point victory, reigniting the explosive offensive firepower that has defined their dynasty, leaving spectators in awe. At the heart of the action, Travis Kelce, the future husband of global superstar Taylor Swift, delivered a commanding performance alongside his teammates. Blending precision, strength, and undeniable star power, Kelce secured 5 crucial catches for 48 yards, including a jaw-dropping 15-yard reception that electrified the crowd. Patrick Mahomes targeted him 5 times, and Kelce flawlessly converted every opportunity, proving why he remains an elite tight end and a central figure in the Chiefs' resurgence, combining celebrity allure with on-field dominance in a game that will be remembered for both athletic brilliance and high-profile intrigue. Kelce shared the team lead in receptions with dynamic receiver Xavier Worthy, who hauled in 5 catches for 83 yards, as the Kansas City Chiefs surged back into AFC West contention with a commanding 37-20 victory over the Baltimore Ravens at Arrowhead Stadium. Patrick Mahomes orchestrated a masterful offensive display, throwing for 270 yards and 4 touchdowns without a single interception, capitalizing on the return of the lightning-fast Worthy, who added 38 rushing yards on 2 carries. The Chiefs' defense dominated, sacking Lamar Jackson 3 times, forcing an interception, and limiting him to just 147 passing yards, while also recovering a first-half fumble. Jackson exited in the third quarter with a hamstring injury, never returning as Kansas City improved to 2-2 with consecutive wins, narrowing the gap to AFC West leaders Los Angeles Chargers, 3-1, who suffered a shock defeat to the New York Giants, while the Ravens, last season's AFC North champions, fell to 1-2. Since 1990, only 35 NFL teams have clawed their way into the playoffs after starting 1-3, making the stakes for the Kansas City Chiefs this season razor sharp. Heading into Week 4, the Chiefs teetered on the edge of falling out of AFC West contention entirely, facing a formidable Ravens squad as home underdogs in a game that could have plunged them to 1-3. Meanwhile, the undefeated Los Angeles Chargers 3-0 after a Week 1 victory over Kansas City, squared off against the winless Giants with a chance to stretch their division lead to 3 games via an early tiebreaker. Then Sunday's chaos unfolded, shaking the AFC West, a division Kansas City had dominated for 9 consecutive seasons, wide open once again. Rookie quarterback Jackson Dart led the Giants to a stunning 21-18 upset over the Chargers at home, and coupled with the Chiefs' emphatic statement win over Baltimore, Kansas City instantly regained critical ground, transforming their playoff trajectory in a single electrifying day. NFL projections from The Athletic's Austin Mock confirm the Chiefs' momentum shift. Heading into Week 4, Mock had the Chargers at 62% to win the AFC West, with Kansas City languishing at just 23%. After the weekend's results, Los Angeles remains the favorite at 48%, but the Chiefs surged to 36% to take the division, a remarkable jump fueled by just 2 pivotal games. Even more impressive, Mock projects Kansas City at 75% to make the playoffs. The Chiefs welcomed back Xavier Worthy after a 2-week absence with a shoulder injury, and his immediate impact was undeniable. Worthy exploded early with a 37-yard sideline reception, followed by a 35-yard end-around run, keeping a beleaguered Ravens defense off balance all game. He finished with 5 catches for 83 yards, but even more crucially, his presence allowed teammates to thrive. As Juju Smith-Schuster, Travis Kelce, and Marquise Hollywood Brown each contributed at least 35 receiving yards, transforming the offense into a multi-dimensional threat. One of the biggest frustrations during the Chiefs' 1-2 start was how every offensive yard seemed like an uphill battle, making the games a tense watch for fans. Meanwhile, Patrick Mahomes often looked forced to carry the offense himself, scrambling for critical yardage while absorbing extra hits, a burden no superstar should bear alone. That's why Sunday's performance was such a thrilling flashback and a welcome relief at Arrowhead Stadium. Mahomes looked poised and confident in the pocket behind his revamped offensive line, delivering passes in perfect rhythm and on target, while Kansas City sustained efficiency all game. The Chiefs scored on 7 of their first 8 possessions and didn't punt until the 3:33 mark of the fourth quarter during garbage time, showcasing a rhythm reminiscent of championship-caliber football. Even more encouraging, this offensive flow emerged with just 2 more weeks remaining before top receiver Rashee Rice returns from his 6-game NFL suspension, signaling that the team's peak performance is still ahead.